Hey everyone, Joe Lignor here with your tip clip of the week. I went into the classroom today and began to change flags. We use flags in the fifth grade classrooms to mark the coming of the new season. In September we start with Welcome to Fall. I put up on the 21st. And then that just goes into Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving goes into Christmas. Christmas into Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day into St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's into Easter. And then that's the one that I took down today and I put up the last flag, which is kind of like Welcome to Summer. And it's a long dock that goes out into the ocean, the setting sun, and there's a big seagull standing on the piling at the end of the dock. It should signal the coming of happy time. Off for 3 months. Good for me. But is it really good for your kids? 3 months off, doing nothing pertaining to school. For some kids, they'll be back up to speed within 1 or 2 weeks of the next year. They'll be off and running, gathering, learning new things in their new grade. But for others, for most though, things that they struggled to learn this past year, they will have forgotten over the summer. Have no clue come September. They will have no clue. A couple of weeks, not like the others, couple of weeks they'll be struggling. They'll be in it really deep with no way out. So what do you do? Spend regularly scheduled time on items all through the summer that your child was supposed to learn, and then hopefully they're okay when they go back in September. Just throwing darts up at the board is no way to start. I really do suggest that you reach out in an email to your child's teacher. Ask them, what are the 1 or 2 things that my child really, really struggled on? If you had to say there was 1 or 2 things that kept them from getting most of everything else, what are they? And when they tell you those 1 or 2 things, that's where you put your money. And you spend those 3 months reviewing, teaching, those 1 or 2 things, mix in some other things to keep it interesting, to keep it varied, but really always coming back to those 1 or 2 things. Case in point, in 5th grade, whenever I see that somebody's having a problem in math, and I talk to the teacher, invariably, 99.9% of the time, it comes down to one thing. What do you think that one thing is? They don't know their times tables well. Your times tables should be committed to your memory like the letters in your name. When you spell your name, it can't be different each time. It has to be the same every time. You commit that to memory. Those times tables should be committed to memory. If not, you have problems doing, obviously, multiplication problems, division problems, fractions, decimals. It's just the doorway to so many different things. And you just can't seem to get any traction. You just keep spinning in the sand. You're not going forward anywhere because you don't know one simple thing, and that's your times tables. It's like that in any subject. English, math, there's 1 or 2 things that you just don't get. Find out what those 1 or 2 are, and that's what you work on during the summer. Send an email to your child's teacher. Ask them point blank, please tell me. That's what we'll work on. And then you set up a regular schedule every day, every other day, and you don't take any time off except when you go on vacation. They get time off too. But then when you come back from vacation, you go right back on it. It's a must. They won't want to do it. They think it's summertime. I should be out riding my bike every single hour. You got to spend at least some time, 1 hour every morning. That's not too much to ask. And the dividends it will pay in September will just be phenomenal. It'll help them get off to a good start, make them feel good about themselves, and that'll make the next year really pleasurable for them. Guys, if you have any questions, any comments, you need my help contacting a teacher or asking what's the right thing to say or ask, reach out to me. jlignor at standrewschool.com. jlignor at standrewschool.com. And we can arrange a time to talk, and we can figure out just what to do for your child this summer. Guys, it's here, 20 some days, it'll be all done for the summer. Have a great one. See you next week. Peace, love, Bobby Sherman.